Have you ever sat in a room you once loved and thought to yourself, where do I even start? Maybe it's a living room where newspapers have somehow multiplied like rabbits. Maybe it's that bedroom chair that's become a clothing mountain. Or perhaps it's the kitchen table you can barely see under all those papers, bills, and things. I see you there, sitting in your favorite chair, looking around, feeling that familiar weight in your chest. That feeling when everything feels like too much, when your energy feels too small for the task ahead. When you think to yourself, I used to keep a beautiful home. What happened to me? Stop right there. Dear one, you are not lazy. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are simply tired. And tired is not a character flaw. It's a human experience, especially when life has asked so much of you for so many years. But here's what I've learned after walking this path myself and sitting with hundreds of women just like you. The secret isn't having more energy. The secret isn't waiting until you feel ready. The secret is learning to work with your tiredness, not against it. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk together, slowly, gently, through 7 steps that will help you clear not just your space, but your mind. Steps that honor where you are right now, not where you think you should be. And here's something that might surprise you. Step 7 isn't even about decluttering at all, but it's the one that will bring your heart back home to this space you've been avoiding. If you've been putting off tackling your clutter because it feels overwhelming, stay with me. Because what we're about to do together isn't about perfection. It's about peace. And if this already feels like a conversation you've been waiting to have, hit that subscribe button. This channel is becoming a gentle place for women to find rest, rhythm, and real solutions that actually work. Step 1. Sit with a space before you touch anything. Now, before you jump up and start grabbing things, I want you to do something that might feel strange at first. Sit down, right where you are, not on the edge of your seat, ready to spring into action. Actually sit back. Let your shoulders drop. Take 3 deep breaths with me. 1, 2, 3. Now, let your eyes slowly scan the room. Don't analyze. Don't make lists. Don't judge what you see. Just look. Notice how the light falls across that pile of magazines. See how your grandmother's lamp still catches the afternoon sun, even surrounded by clutter. Feel the texture of the chair you're sitting in, the one that's held you through countless quiet moments. This space has been holding you, even when you felt too tired to hold it back. You see, dear one, most decluttering advice starts with action. Pick this up, sort that, donate everything. But that's not where healing begins. Healing begins with acceptance, with seeing your space not as a problem to solve, but as a home that's been patiently waiting for you to return. Right now, in this moment, you're not here to fight your mess. You're here to forgive it, to forgive yourself, to remember that this room, even in its current state, is still yours, still home. Let yourself feel that for just a moment. The relief of not having to fix everything right now. The permission to simply be present with what is. Because here's what happens when you start from this place of gentle acceptance. Your nervous system relaxes, your breathing deepens, and suddenly, the overwhelming mountain of stuff starts to look less like a judgment against you, and more like just things. Things that can be moved one small step at a time. Can you feel that shift? That tiny release of pressure? Good. Hold on to that feeling, because we're going to build on it. Step 2, name the 3 objects that stress you most. Now, while you're still sitting in that place of gentle acceptance, I want you to do something that's going to surprise you. Look around the room again. But this time, I want you to identify exactly 3 objects. Not piles, not areas, but 3 specific things that make your heart feel heavy every time you see them. Maybe it's that stack of unopened mail on the counter. Maybe it's the broken picture frame you've been meaning to fix for months. Or perhaps it's that bag of clothes you meant to donate last spring, still sitting by the door like a reminder of good intentions gone stale. Just 3. Say them out loud. Right now, I'll wait. Did you do it? Did you name them? Here's why this works like magic. When everything feels overwhelming, our brain tries to process all of it at once. But your beautiful, wise brain wasn't designed to solve everything simultaneously. It was designed to focus on one thing, solve it feel accomplished, then move to the next. By naming just 3 specific objects, you've just taken a mountain and turned it into 3 small hills. You've given your mind permission to stop spinning and start focusing. And here's the secret that no organizing expert will tell you. You don't actually have to deal with all 3 today. You don't even have to deal with one of them today. You just had to see them clearly, name them honestly, and separate them from the overwhelming everything. This is how we begin to take our power back. Dear one, not by doing more, but by seeing more clearly. But wait, because what we're going to do with these 3 objects is going to change everything about how you approach your space. And it starts with something I call the 1 arm's reach rule. If you're feeling that little spark of, maybe I can actually do this, let me know by hitting that like button. Your encouragement helps me know these gentle methods are reaching the hearts that need them most. Step 3, use the 1 arm's reach rule. Here's where we're going to do something radical. Something that goes against every piece of decluttering advice you've ever heard. You're not going to stand up. You're not going to walk across the room. You're not going to tackle those 3 stressful objects just yet. Instead, from exactly where you're sitting right now, I want you to simply extend your arm and see what you can reach. Not what you can see, what you can actually touch without getting up. Maybe it's a coffee cup from this morning. Maybe it's a book that slipped between the cushions. Maybe it's a pen that rolled off the side table. Whatever it is, I want you to pick up just one thing. Hold it in your hands for a moment. Really look at it. Ask yourself, does this belong where I'm sitting right now? Does it serve me in this space? If the answer is no, set it aside, not away, just aside. If the answer is yes, if it truly belongs in your immediate space, set it back down, but set it down with intention. Place it exactly where it should go. Now reach for one more thing. Just one more. Do you feel what's happening? You're not decluttering your entire house. You're not even decluttering your entire room. You're simply tending to your immediate space, the space that holds you right now. This is what I call micro success, and it's more powerful than any marathon organizing session because it teaches your nervous system that change doesn't have to be overwhelming. It can be gentle. It can be small. It can happen right where you are. And here's what's beautiful about the 1 arm's reach rule. It respects your energy. It honors your body. It doesn't ask you to be someone you're not. Younger, stronger, more energetic. It asks you to be exactly who you are, exactly where you are, and attend to just a small circle around you. Most women who try this rule tell me the same thing. I thought I'd just clear my coffee table, but somehow I ended up doing a little more. Not because I had to, but because I wanted to, because it felt good. That's the difference between forcing change and inviting it, between pushing through exhaustion and working with your natural rhythm. But here's where this gets really interesting, because what we're going to do next is going to help you create not just in your room, but in your heart. Step 4, the goodbye corner, a sacred space for release. Now, I need you to look around your room and choose one spot, just one small area. That's going to become something very special. Maybe it's an empty chair. Maybe it's a corner of your bed. Maybe it's even a cardboard box you can set on the floor. This is going to be your goodbye. You see, dear one of the hardest parts about decluttering at our age isn't the physical work. It's the emotional weight. Every object tells a story. That sweater reminds you of your daughter's wedding. Those papers represent dreams you once had. That broken clock belonged to your mother. How do you let go of pieces of your life story? The answer isn't to get rid of them quickly, harshly, or with judgment. The answer is to create ceremony, to honor what these objects have meant to you before you release them. Here's how the goodbye corner works. When you find something you're ready to part with, not because you have to, but because you genuinely feel ready, you don't immediately put it in a donation bag or throw it away. Instead, you place it gently in your goodbye corner, and then you do something that might seem silly, but I promise you it's profound. You say thank you. Thank you, old magazines, for keeping me company on so many quiet evenings. Thank you, extra kitchen gadgets, for all the meals you helped me prepare when this house was full of family. Thank you, clothes that no longer fit, for making me feel beautiful when I wore you. This isn't about getting rid of things faster. It's about getting rid of them with love, with gratitude. with the recognition that letting go doesn't mean these objects or the memories they hold meant nothing. It means they meant everything, and now you're giving them permission to bring joy to someone else. One woman who tried this method told me, "I kept that box of my husband's shirts for 3 years after he passed. I couldn't bear to donate them, but I couldn't bear to see them every day either. When I finally placed them in my goodbye corner and thanked them for holding his memory, I cried. But then I felt free, like I was honoring him by letting them go." If this is touching something deep in your heart, if you're recognizing that your clutter isn't just about stuff, but about stories, please subscribe to this channel. We're building a community of women who understand that healing our homes means healing our hearts. The Goodbye Corner transforms decluttering from a chore into a ritual, from judgment into gratitude, from loss into love. Step 5, the T-pause, rewiring your relationship with rest. Now here's where most decluttering advice gets it completely wrong. They tell you to push through, to work for hours, to power through the overwhelm. But what if I told you that the secret to sustainable decluttering isn't working harder, it's resting better? After every 10 minutes of gentle action, whether it's using your one arm's reach rule or placing something in your goodbye corner, I want you to stop. Completely stop. Make yourself a cup of tea, or coffee, or even just a glass of water, but make it with intention. Feel the warmth of the mug in your hands. Inhale the steam. Taste it slowly. Then sit back down in your space and really look at what you've just accomplished. Do you see that small clear patch on your table? Do you notice how the light hits it differently now? Can you feel how the energy in the room has already started to shift, even with these tiny changes? This is your T-pause. And it's not a break from the work. It is the work. Because here's what happens during those quiet moments of appreciation. Your brain starts to associate decluttering with peace instead of stress, with accomplishment instead of overwhelm, with gentle progress instead of exhausting marathons. Most women have been taught that rest is earned only after all the work is done. But what if rest is actually what makes the work possible? What if those quiet moments of tea and appreciation are what give you the energy to continue? I learned this lesson the hard way. For years, I would attack my clutter like it was my enemy. I'd work for hours until I was exhausted, frustrated, and ready to give up. The house would look better for a few days, then slide right back into chaos because I depleted myself completely. But when I started honoring the T-pause, when I started celebrating small progress instead of demanding big transformations, everything changed. The work became sustainable. The results became lasting. And most importantly, the process became enjoyable, because here's what you're really doing during your T-pause. You're teaching yourself that you deserve to rest, that your efforts deserve recognition, that small steps are worthy of celebration. You're rewiring decades of conditioning that told you to push through, work harder, be stronger. You're learning to be gentler with your space, with your energy, with yourself. And if you're starting to see that this isn't just about decluttering, that this is about reclaiming your right to move through life at your own pace, hit that subscribe button, because everything we talk about on this channel is designed to help you live more gently in a world that's always rushing. Step 7, bless the room. Don't just tidy it. And now, dear one, we come to the step that changes everything. The step that has nothing to do with decluttering and everything to do with coming home to yourself. After you've done any or all the previous steps, whether it's your arms reach clearing, your goodbye corner gratitude, or your sacred 4 o'clock ritual, I want you to do something that might feel unfamiliar at first. Stand at the doorway of your room. Look in not with the eyes of a critic, but with the eyes of someone who loves you. And then, quietly, either out loud or in your heart, say these words. Thank you for holding me, even when I was too tired to hold you. Thank you for being my shelter, even when I couldn't see your beauty through the clutter. Thank you for waiting patiently for me to come home to you. This is what I call blessing your space. And it transforms everything. Because you see, dear one, your home has been holding you through every season of your life, through illness and health, through joy and sorrow, through the times when you had energy to tend it beautifully, and the times when simply surviving was enough. Your space doesn't need you to be perfect. It needs you to be present. It needs you to recognize that the relationship between you and your home is not one of master and servant, but of beloved companions on this journey. When you bless your room, instead of just tidying it, you're healing the shame. You're releasing the judgment. You're remembering that a home's greatest beauty isn't in its perfection. It's in its capacity to hold you with love. And that, my dear friend, is how you declutter when you're overwhelmed. Not by doing more, but by doing less with more love. Not by pushing harder, but by moving gentler. Not by fixing everything, but by blessing what is and taking one small, tender step forward. You don't need to transform your entire house this week. You only need to clear one arm's reach. Create one goodbye corner. Take one tea pause. Light one candle at 4 o'clock. Whisper one blessing. That's how mountains move. One small stone at a time. One gentle breath at a time. One moment of grace at a time. If this has touched your heart, if you're ready to start this gentle journey with yourself, please subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell, because this is just the beginning of learning to live more softly, move more gently, and love yourself more deeply. We're building a community of women who choose grace over pressure, progress over perfection, and peace over productivity. Your home is waiting for you, dear one, not to be fixed, but to be loved, not to be perfect, but to be blessed. And so are you. If you stay with me through all 7 of these gentle steps, I want you to know something. You've already begun, not because you've cleared every surface or organized every drawer, but because you've shifted something much more important. You've shifted how you see yourself in relationship to your space. You've moved from judgment to compassion, from overwhelm to possibility, from I should be able to handle this to I can handle this, one gentle step at a time. You see, dear friend, what we've really been talking about isn't decluttering at all. It's been about reclaiming your right to live gently, your right to move at your own pace, your right to honor your energy instead of fighting against it, your right to create beauty and peace in small, sustainable ways. In a world that's always rushing, always demanding more, always telling us we're not doing enough fast enough, these 7 steps are actually an act of quiet rebellion. They're your way of saying, I will not exhaust myself trying to be perfect. I will not shame myself for being human. I will not wait until I have more energy to deserve a peaceful home. And that's revolutionary, dear one. That's life-changing. So whether you start with just sitting peacefully with your space, or naming those 3 stressful objects, or creating your first goodbye corner, or taking that first tea pause, you're not just decluttering. You're declaring your worth. You're choosing gentleness. You're coming home to yourself. And if this message has touched something deep in your heart, if you're ready to continue this journey of living more gently, loving more deeply, and finding peace in small, everyday moments, then I invite you to become part of our community. Subscribe to this channel and ring that notification bell, because this conversation is just beginning. 3 times a week, we explore more ways to live softly in a demanding world, more ways to honor your energy, more ways to create beauty without exhaustion, more ways to remember that you are enough exactly as you are, right where you are. Your home doesn't need you to be younger, stronger, or more energetic. It needs you to be exactly who you are, a woman with wisdom, with stories, with a heart that's learned how to love deeply. And when you tend to it from that place of self-compassion, everything changes. The transformation isn't just in your space, dear one. It's in your soul. Welcome home to yourself. Welcome home to gentleness. Welcome home to the beautiful, peaceful life you deserve. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue this gentle journey together.